So I'm gonna say the realest shit right now. A lot of you have what we call flyers or entities attached to your light body, and the way that you can know if it's attached to your light body is if you feel like you need something or want something outside of yourself to be complete. If you say to yourself, I have everything I ever needed and wanted, but you can't believe it, you have an entity on your light body. Here's why. When we are connected with source energy directly, we feel completely whole. We feel renewed and reborn every day, right? That's the metaphorical Christian born again. That feeling is eternal. You feel it every second when you're connected directly to source. But when you're stressed out, your brain is going a million miles a second, you're thinking about this, you're worrying about this, you're using your imagination to be defensive rather than offensive, rather than just enjoying your life, you're doing it to hopefully not get hurt. That's because you have the fear that is the entity's fear. It's not your fear. As light beings, as God, we don't have fear, but we allow this fourth dimensional entity to teach us lessons. We allow ourselves to come down here into the physical to exist in the third dimension where we can be eaten and feasted upon by fourth dimensional entities, aka archons, flyers, whatever you want to call them, demons, whatever you want to call them, doesn't matter. So, this energy is what causes you to have this internal dialogue that goes on forever. And the shamans of ancient Mexico used to talk about this all the time. And they said that this was our greatest foe. And we were basically put here to learn how to defeat this foe. Now, if manifestations are not flowing into your life, if you're not enjoying every moment of your life, if you're not seeing your life as perfection, it's because you have this entity that's eating your light body. Now, this entity exists here with us at all times. So, if you get rid of it, you can get it again. Like, you can get infected by it again through trauma, through different circumstances, through it's mainly trauma. Trauma is going to sink you back down to the frequency where you're vulnerable to be eaten by these entities. So how do you get to a frequency and vibration where these entities can't get you? Well, it's very simple, okay? I like to call this burning them away. You got to burn them away. And you don't burn them away by doing anything. You burn them away by not doing, okay? So, when you let go of all your thoughts, when you let go of all your beliefs, when you let go of your train of thought, and you let it just go, and you watch the train of thought, and you say, that's not even me, and then you stop all thoughts. You stop even saying, that's not even me. You see what I'm saying? So there's layers and levels, and the deeper you go in the layers, the less you're talking, the less internal dialogue is going on, and the less internal dialogue means the less food for the entities. So the entities eat your internal dialogue. They eat your emotions, which come from your thoughts. Thoughts spawn emotions. Do you understand? Emotions are what these entities feed off of. It's your sexual energy, it's your life force, it's your consciousness, which creates your animation. So we're here, we know how to move our hands, we're aware that we're here, we're aware that we can speak and do all these things. That's the life force energy that is food for these beings. And what they want you to do is to misuse your life force energy, and so it can leak and then they can absorb it. Okay, now this is why excessive ejaculation, having sex with too many people, um, is going to cause a lot of energy leakages, which lowers your vibration, your frequency, which allows you to become food easier, allows you to stress easier, allows you to have less of a protective aura around yourself. Now, does this mean never have sex? Does this mean never ejaculate? No, it doesn't, because we came here to experience life, and you learn lessons from mistakes, from falling, from basically fumbling and stuff like that. So it's time to get back up. Most of you can't manifest what you want because you want it. You only manifest when you stop wanting. So you have to embody rather than wanting. Embodying is feeling like you already have it. A desire should feel like fulfillment. A desire should feel like fulfillment. It's already mine. It's already here. It's already here. I'm experiencing it now. And if you don't feel that way about desire, if you feel a disconnect, if desire makes you feel a little bit depressed, a longing, a craving, that is implying that you don't have. The universe works off the law of assumption. Now, I never knew what that really meant until I had this profound realization. Okay? The law of assumption is the law of implication. The law of implication is the law of manifestation. See, when you assume it is a way, it is a way. It already is. Do you understand? Because the subconscious mind, whatever it takes as reality, it projects into reality. Whatever it believes is reality is reality. Because the double slit experiment, the observer is what makes something appear. So whatever you observe, you make more of. So you look out into the world and you create more of what you think you see. Instead, you need to just become a seer and just see reality as is, not as what you fear it to be or what you want it to be. No, you see reality as is, and that's not dark and gloomy. That's what the flyer wants you to think. No, reality is perfection. Reality is perfect. Reality is heaven. Reality is your destiny manifest. Reality is everything you ever could ever want and need already. Yeah. And you have to exist in this feeling and persist in it and just stay there. And it's the thoughts that take you down a different rabbit hole. The flyer will start to wiggle. It'll start to fear when you have this profound realization. Because this profound realization doesn't need any more thoughts. It's done. And you hold that frame. You hold that state. It's a state. You hold it, and the flyer has to go. The flyer gets burnt away. It leaves. Hold. Do it with me now. Hold it. No thoughts. Just a state. The state of desire fulfilled. The state of heaven. The state of abundance. The state of enlightenment. I am that I am. I am now. I am abundance. Hold. No other thought, just hold. You'll feel the flyer start to wiggle around. You'll feel it. So in your central nervous system, you'll start to feel some sort of pain start to arise. What you need to do is you need to hold the state and put the state into the pain. Flood the pain with the state. Hug it, surround it, focus on it, go deeper, deeper into that feeling. The state starts to heal it. You're healing your chakra system. You're healing wounds. The flyer was feeding on your chakra system. It now left, but it left a little bit of a hole, some damage. You're now patching it up. Heal your central nervous system. Come back to your whole self. Now, when the energy flows in from source, it belongs to you. You get to use it. It doesn't go to other means like worrying, It doesn't get to go to political fucking things, reacting to the news, TV, things that you see in your external, the Maya, the illusion. Your energy doesn't go to that anymore. Your energy stays with you. Do you understand? Your energy stays with you. And everything becomes apparent. You start to see the reality. Oh, those people didn't like me around because I highlighted their faults. Oh, around me, they felt uncomfortable. They didn't feel like I was one of them because I always felt like I was not going to be there forever. You know, I saw this billionaire, he said every time he tried to get a job, it didn't work out. He never was able to, he failed like 500 interviews. And he said it's because the person interviewing him could always sense that he felt he was better than the one who was interviewing him. And that will always show. So, do you see what I'm saying? A lot of you are hanging out in groups where you feel safe, but you think you're better than the people that you're around. It's going to leak out. Why do you think you're better? It's not that you think you're better, it's that you think you're destined for more. They've already made their home, they're gonna lie in it. So, like, for example, if some dude plays a video game and he made a clan in the video game and he's the leader of this clan, that's where he's getting his sense of validation, importance, significance. That's where he's decided that's as far as he's going to go in life. And he's just going to feel strong and powerful in that game. If you come into that game and you don't respect his sense of power in that domain, he's going to want you out of there. Same thing with at a job. If you if you think you can do better than that job, then you resent all the, you know, the commands coming down from the management. The management's not going to like you. They're going to see that you don't belong there. They're going to kick you out. So, you got to leave the circles you don't belong in. You got to leave the jobs you don't belong in because you're only there because the flyer wants to feel safe. The flyer doesn't want you to fly. The flyer has to keep you grounded so that it can fly. It needs your energy to be able to fly. So it's using your flight. It's time for you to get rid of it and take flight. Painful, yes, because you have to give up all your vices. You have to give up all these circles that you don't belong in. You got to give up all of these hobbies that drain you of your sexual energy. Now, as painful as it is, in the silence, there's peace. It's only painful when things have to die. Soon enough, you will feel perfectly fine. Once you get acclimated to the silence, there's a lot of silence when you turn off the useless noise, the distractions. You get out of the circles that you use just for a little bit of social dopamine, little hits. Once you leave that circle, the flyer has less food. The flyer leaves you. When you stop thinking the same loops, loops, then you can come back to center and be whole. Presence is the kingdom of heaven. Staying present. Looping is the kingdom of hell. Thought loops. Doing things that you know don't serve your higher purpose. You're creating a hell on earth. See, you only manifest from the state of being that you're in. And you're putting yourself in environments that put a cap on your frequency and state of being. You're putting things in your body that put a cap on your frequency and state of being. And so it is what it is. This is the way that the third dimension works. We're in a realm here, and this realm doesn't have an end. This realm doesn't have a shape. This realm is just a place to experience the emotions, the central nervous system, the chakra system. You're here to prove to yourself that you can basically not be food for the archons. That's the simplest way to put it. You can let go of the cravings, the feelings of being without, of being disconnected from your higher self. Understand, your higher self is already connected. It's always been connected. It always has what it needs and it wants. And so it doesn't have to go out and strive and struggle. Things just happen for it. Things just happen. Things just manifest from this state. Okay? Now, we all have our light and our dark, our moon and our sun. There's times where you're in the dark to get to know your moon, and you might be maybe excessively ejaculating, or you might be watching tons of Netflix and distraction this, distraction that, and video game this and video game that. Whatever it is, we all got different devils on different levels. And those times are meant literally just to be the contrast. Okay? So that you can experience the fall. You can experience how you feel when you're not aligned with your highest potential and purpose. So it's all alignment, so to speak, but you're not supposed to stay there forever because there's seasons of life. All right. So some of you, you're letting this entity eat your energy, and you're leaking a lot of energy lately. And this energy is going to no good use. And you know it's time for you to bring that energy back, to circle back, let that energy go into you, siphon it into you from source. Siphon it from source like you're drinking milk straight from source. Just let it wash over you and let it fill up your cup. And instead of just going out and spending it recklessly on things that don't have a return on investment, instead keep that energy for greater things. Hold the energy in so that you have enough faculty, you have enough energy to sustain the experience of your personal heaven that you truly deserve. What do I mean by that? Well, there's a certain level of personal power, willpower, or whatever you want to call it, that you have in order to be the person who can experience what you truly desire. So there's a certain level of energy you have to be on, that you have to be at. And there's different ways of getting there. Reality is always going to come to your aid. So for example, we're in the third dimension, right? Each day you have to eat some food or you will wither away. You will crumble. You will have no nutrients. Your body will get sick and you'll die, right? So you have to find a way to get food. And whether that's hunting your own food or planting your own food or going to the grocery store, there's some sort of necessary evil that gets you to that level to sustain the exact perfect reality that your desires fulfilled wants to experience. It's like you are here to experience your desires fulfilled. There's a certain amount of food you got to eat every day to sustain that energy to be able to get there. For real. Some of you take different testosterone boosters or actual testosterone or whatever, as long as it feels like it's not detached from you. As long as it feels, the word is like it resonates. If it resonates at that time to experience certain things, a new chapter in your life, so to speak, then that is the right path to go. That's the right thing to do. Some of you are vegan, but then you started eating meat again. Well, seems like you needed some more energy, some more physical energy to sustain you to experience the new experiences in the direction that you're going. Some of you need to be lighter. You need to let go of eating genetically modified foods or fast foods. And so it's about finding that balance to experience your desires fulfilled. And everybody's desires are different. So it's about getting to know yourself, letting go, and letting these certain things speak to you. See, like everybody's different. Some people they want to feel in control of this aspect, maybe their finances. Um, some people just want to let money flow to them, and they don't really care if they let a manager take care of this or someone else take care of their finances as long as they have a good feeling about them and the money flows to them and it continues to flow to them, right? This might be an artist or so to speak, whatever, but they still manifested abundance in their finances. They just don't have full control over their finances, but that's okay because it fits who they are. They know who they are. And so that's what it's all about. It's about like knowing who you are, right? Some guys out here want to have sex every day with every different type of girl and they want to experience that or they're unhappy. And some want to fall in love, right? But it's the want that disconnects you from the desire fulfilled. Remain in the state of desire fulfilled. Remain in the state where you don't have to ruminate on this or ruminate on that. You can literally just walk through life and enjoy each and every moment of the journey. Each and every moment you are within heaven. It's not like the destination is heaven. The whole experience is heaven. And it doesn't matter if yesterday you were in a group of friends and everybody liked each other, and then today you had a realization that you had to let those friends go. From yesterday to today, one isn't hell and one isn't heaven. When you are in a state of desire fulfilled, you see it all as heaven. It's the roller coaster ride. All of it is exciting. All of it is fun. All of it is enjoyable. And this is how life should flow. Life should flow from a state of being where you are living the best life possible. Not every single day you're going to hit your PR in the gym. Not every single day you're going to have sex with or fall in love with the person of your dreams. Right? It's not going to happen every day. But every single day is perfection when you know it is. When you are in the state of perfection. And then when you see it all, then you're like, ah, it all makes sense. I get it. Then you don't look like somebody who's constantly grasping outside of themselves. You don't feel like something's missing all the time. You don't feel like, wow, I'll never get over this pain. Wow, I'm so depressed. I should end like this these stupid things, right? That are ridiculous once you're existing in the state of fulfillment. Once you're existing in the state of fulfillment, you don't feel as if anything is out of place or out of order. Everything is right where it needs to be and situated properly. You're always feeling like today is the best day. I loved what I experienced and what I'm experiencing. And I'm always in this state of presence where everything I ever need or want is already in my possession. I'm in a state of being whole. I'm in a state of absolute love, not lack of love or seeking love or no, it's I already am love. I already have love. And wherever life takes me, I don't have to feel as if I'm going in the wrong direction or this or that. I just enjoy the experience, the ride itself. All right. And, from this place, you can do the best things in your life and you can be the best version of yourself wherever you show up. And also, here's one caveat that I'll get to end this video that I'll give to end this video is basically when you're being your truest self, it'll start to shine the lights on things that shouldn't be in your life. They will get burnt away. So I like to look at it like the flyer. Since we live in a holographic universe, the flyer itself is what reflects the things in your life that don't resonate. So you look in the mirror, you smile. If you smile, the mirror smiles back. Okay? But if there's a flyer that's frowning, then it's going to reflect back the frown as well. So this flyer is scared. He's always in a state of fear. He's afraid, or she, whatever, if it's a gender or not. I don't think it is. It's always afraid that you're going to figure out that it uses you for its energy and it's going to die. If you figure out it's eating you and you stop feeding it, then it dies. So it's in constant fear. So how does it keep you from feeling that or figuring out that? It gives you fear. It gives you its fear. And then through your fear, you manifest this situation with these friends because you don't want to be lonely. You're afraid of being lonely. So you manifest this circle of friends, and this circle of friends keeps you in your box. They are the ones that troll you every day and pick on you and um, this and that. This, that, and the other. Do you understand? And they might feel like you're abandoning them when it's your time to leave that situation, but that's fine. Let them feel it because that's a part of their lesson. They might not wake up in this lifetime. That's the other crazy thing. They actually might not wake up. Some people stay with their vices and their habits till their death. And this is when you see people that look unhealthy. You're wondering, why are they going premature bald? Why are they so unhealthy? Why is this? Why are they breaking out? Why is that? It all stems from some sort of trauma that they're not taking care of, something they're not healing within, which is causing them to exist in a place where they don't like themselves. And if they don't like themselves, they're going to feel bad, which means there's going to be food constantly for the flyer. They're going to be in fear that they're not amounting up to what they're supposed to be, their true potential, and the flyer is just going to slurp that up. It's going to slurp all of that up. But if you exist in this state where you don't need anything outside of yourself, where you don't want anything that's separate from yourself, you're just in this state of constant desire fulfilled, constant fulfillment. Fulfillment is the only word you need to understand and know and feel. Fulfilled. Fulfilled now. There's no like requirement. Like, oh, you're required to do this or get this or experience this to be fulfilled. No, fulfilled now. In that state of fulfillment, you are no longer food. You are no longer food. And so now what happens is you get all these things that you quote unquote used to want. They come into your life, but your state of being doesn't fluctuate. And this is something that women are very attuned to in the states of men. If a man's energy fluctuates in her presence, she knows that he feels separate from her. He feels as if he doesn't deserve her because he feels like she's not already his. Once again, law of assumption. Do you understand? Law of assumption is the law of attraction. You want to learn how to attract things, you have to assume it's already fulfilled. Assuming it is implying to your subconscious mind so it can reflect out that it already is. The law of assumption, the law of implication, the law of manifestation. They say women are a microcosm of the macrocosm of the universe. They reflect the universe. Money is feminine. Women, feminine. Universe, feminine. Universe, look at the universe, it looks like a womb. Creation, it's where everything spawns from. Universe is feminine. Okay? And so it's the same thing. If she feels that you don't assume that you guys are already together, you will not be together. See, some people are like, how does he do that? How does he just get her like that? He assumes compliance. He assumes she wants this. This is what's best for her. I'm what's best for her. He assumes that this pleasure he's about to give her is exactly what she desires and needs. And then they have sexual intercourse, and she enjoys every single moment of it. And she's crazy part. She chases him after, unless she's whole herself, right? And that's it, guys. That's it. That's it. And this is the masculine energy that us divine masculine men have to embody in these times. We have to step up and embody it. It's something you just literally have to hold as a frequency to create a container of a safe space, a safe environment for us to birth a new earth. Ending the video now. Peace.